welcome to Classic Touch DIY. So for this tutorial, I'm making use of 3 pieces of ashoke. So this is an old ashoke. I'm just trying to revamp it for my customer. So I'm going to pieces it into each away. I'm trying to cut off that part. So I'll cut off the parts. So I'll now pieces it. Alright, so I've pieces it into 3 pieces now. So I'll be cutting the base, so the base and the handle. So if you want to know how to cut the base, I'm going to drop the link in the description box below, so you know how I cut the base. So yeah, I've cut the base, the plaster holder. So, and I've also cut that is the base, yes. So I've also cut the handle 16 inches 2 times. So this is very compulsory. You cut out your base and the handle first before you go to the style on top. Okay, so I've cut that out. So from, don't mind my baby. All right, so from the remaining ashoke that I have there, so I'm going to be taking the measurement now, so you all can see. I'm taking the measurement of 27 inches. So I'm taking 27 inches. I'll be cutting it 4 times, so 2 each for each side, like that. 27 inches 2 times on the left, while 27 inches 2 times also on the right. You can cut more than this, but because I'm making use of 3 pieces of ashoke, so I have to just manage it. If you are working with 4, you can cut 27 inches 3 times, that is 3 on each side. And if you are working with more than 4, then you have to increase the length of your measurement. You can make it to be 30. So 30 into 4 into 5, depending on what you want. So as the number of the pieces you are using increases, so will your length, the length of your ashoke will be increasing. Okay, so if you want to have, say, like 5 steps on each side, so you can cut like 32 inches 4 times or 5 times on each side, like that. So but for this, I'm making use of 2, just 2 pieces, 2 on each side, that is 27 inches 2 times for the right, and also 27 inches 2 times for the left. So I'm going to be joining it together. Take it to my sewing machine and join it together, like so. I will join it together like that. Okay, you stitch it all the way down, and also stitch just one side like that. I'll be stitching it down, and I'll do the same thing for the other side. So alright, so I've done the base also, and I've also joined that of the top. Okay, so if you want to know how I sew the base, I'll be dropping the link also in the description box for you to know how I sew the base. So I'm just trying to cut off the thread there. So you fold your base into 2 so as to locate the middle, and make sure the middle align with that of your dummy. Then you hold it together with your plaster at the back. Okay, if you are just joining us, you're welcome to Classic Touch DIY. Please feel free to like and comment and share, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the notification bell button so as to be notified each time I drop a new video. Alright, so now that's the one for the right. You just measure, you take your measuring tape and measure about 4 inches. So measure 4 inches. So at that point where your 4 inches is, you take it to just 1 inch away from your hair, the hair of your dummy rather. So you just take it 1 inch away from your hair, and you pin it down like so. So you pin it down like so. Okay, so I'm just trying to do that here. Okay, so you use your pin to hold it like that. Okay, so you take it all the way to the middle, but this time around you won't get to the middle. You just shift like 1 inch away from the middle. Can you see? Just 1 inch away from the middle. That's where you are going to stop pinning, and that's where you are going to stop your tacking also. So I'm going to be starting my tacking from that side to where my needle is. All right, so I've already tacked it like that. I've tacked it. Can you see? I've tacked. I stop at that particular point that is 1 inch away from the needle itself. So you make sure you tack it down very well, like 2-3 times, just to hold that point, so that by the time you are tying, so that place won't be coming up, your thread will not be showing. All right, that's what I'm trying to do. You can see I'm going up and down like that. So just cut it off, just cut your thread off and leave some like that. So I'm retying my thread to do that of the left. I'm tying, yes, okay. So I make a knot also at the end of my thread. So sorry my God, sorry. All right, so I'll be doing the same thing for that of the left. I will take my tape rule, then measure out 4 inches also, and do the same thing just the way I've done for the right. I'm going to do the same thing. All right, so I've done that. So you remember we cut the thread we left there, so you now pass your thread, your needle to that point, to that point where the thread is, so they can meet each other. Then you will tie it together, so they can meet each other like that. Then you will tie it together. Okay, so can you see what I'm doing? So I just want to tie it together like that. So that's where the thread is. All right, so I'll be tying it together like so. I'll be tying it together like that. So you tie it together 2-3 times before you cut off the small one. Okay, so I'm going to be cutting off the smaller part, so we are left with the longer part. All right, so the next thing I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be forming like 3 more pleats to make it 4. The first one that we've tacked to the base is the first one, so I'm just going to be making 3 more pleats on the right, and the same thing for the left also, 3 more pleats to make it 4. So you can have more than that. You can have, say, 4 pleats depending on the number of style you're working with. Okay, so I've done the pleats now, so I have like 4 pleats now all together with the one that we joined to the base. The same thing on the left also. So you remove your peg there, then just look at what I'm doing here. So you take the tip, you see. Okay, so you take the tip, you hold it like that, you hold it together like that, and you take that of the left too, you do the same thing, like so. Then you tie it together. Yeah, so you tie it together. Tie it together like that. Okay, can you see? So you take the other part and just try to wrap it around it and take it to the back. You wrap it around it like that. Make sure you tie it very well. It's very tight. You now wrap it around it and take it to the back. You use your needle to hold it down. Yes, use your needle to hold it down. If you're just joining my channel, I welcome you all, and if you're already a subscriber, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the love. I really appreciate it. If you're just joining us, don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell button so as to be notified each time I drop a new video. All right, so after that you try forming pleats with the remaining ashoke you have there. So for this I can only form 3 pleats more. So if you are working with 4 pieces or more, then you'll be able to form more than 3 pleats here. So I can only form 3 pleats more here. So just follow this step. Just look at the way I'm doing it. You take the pleat all the way up like that, and make sure it's aligned. Make sure it's aligned like that. Okay. And if there's any style you want me to work on, you can just drop it in the comment box, then I will reply. Alright, so you just look for a way to arrange your plate like that. You arrange it and hold it down with a pin or needle, whichever one you prefer. Then you do the same thing for the other side too. Do the same thing for the other side. So it depends on what you want at the middle after forming your pleat. If you want it to have ruffle, or you just want it to just play around with it, you can actually play around with it. So once you tie at the middle, you just form so many things, whichever thing you want to form. Form anything with it. So you just play around with it at the middle. You can make it to have ruffle, though it all depends on number of pieces of ashoke you are using. So if you have enough ashoke, you'll be able to play around with it. You'll be able to have enough ruffle at the middle like that. But for this, I'm working with just 3 pieces of ashoke, so I'm trying to manage the ashoke so as to achieve the desired style my clients want. Yeah, so okay, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, then you can follow me on Instagram at classytouch_ng, and I'm also on Facebook at classytouch autogele. So feel free to drop your comments, and please like this video, share with your loved ones. Alright, so you can just see what I'm doing. I'm just trying to create a rope there with the leftover fabric I have. So this style is very easy though. It's very easy. Just try to create something at the middle. Use your pin to hold it, to make sure you form whatever you want to form before you start tacking. So at this point, you form all the ruffles, everything you want to form. Use your pin to hold it down. You can see the way I'm doing here. So I'm just trying to make the pleat stay. So form your pleat well, and you hold it down with your needle. Alright, so that's exactly what I'm doing here. So I'm trying to rearrange it, making sure everything is in place, and making sure it's coming out the way I want it. Alright, so you just keep on arranging. You keep on arranging, keep on forming the pleat, the ruffle, whatever you want to have at the middle. You keep on forming, and you hold it down with your pin or needle, whichever one you have. You hold it down with it. Okay, so you hold down with pin. Alright, so you just check. So the one at the back here, I'm going to tack it down, and I will tack it to the base itself, because I don't want it going up. I hope you understand what I mean. So you tack it down and tack it to the base. Tack everything, tuck it in very well, and tack it to the base. Okay, once you are satisfied with what you have, then you can now go ahead and start tacking. So I'm going to tack everything. I'll make sure everything is tacked, well tacked, and tack to the base. Okay, so that's exactly what I'm doing here. Now you can see I'm tacking that back there. I'm tacking it to the base itself. So you just go into the base a little bit. Just go into the base a little. Yeah, so you come up. So for this style, there is no particular way of tacking actually. So you just make sure as you are tacking, the style you are trying to achieve is still in place. So you don't want to tack in such a way that by the time you finish tacking, all your style will have one will have gone to waste, while the other one is at the knot. So just make sure everything is in place and you still achieve your desired length. So I've tagged that to the base. Alright, so now I just want to finish it off and cut off this thread and tag. This is the way I do my own tacking. So you can tag whichever way you want to. You can tag whichever way you want to. It doesn't matter. Sorry about that. I filmed this on the weekend. You can see my baby too. She's really disturbing. Okay, so just tag whichever way you want to tag. Alright, I'll finish it off. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to be fixing the undo. So I will drop the link in my description box for you to know how to fix undo in my previous video. Alright, so I'll fix the undo, the two sides. So I'll just take it to my sewing machine now. Take it to my sewing machine, finish off the undo. Alright, finish off the undo also. Then the sides too, I will be tacking the sides also. Yes, that place you can see, just to hold it together. So I'm going into the pleats of the base itself. So you are going to insert into it, then you go up into the pleats of your frame. You go in all the way up like that. You can leave like the last two pleats, you exclude the last two pleats. Your needle will be coming out from the back. Okay, just watch what I'm doing. It's coming out from the back of the pleats and not, can you see? It came out from the back of the pleats and not the front. So I just want to use it to hold the pleats down in place. So by the time the person tie it and maybe go for Owambe and she's dancing, so the pleats will not be coming up and like that. So I'll pack it together. Then this is the undo. I'm going to be finishing off the undo and I'll come back to show you. Look.